Every morning, millions of Americans stand in front of the bathroom mirror and squeeze out a ritual they've never questioned. Brush your teeth, spit, rinse, done. But what if the very product designed to protect your mouth is quietly working against you? What if some of America's best-selling toothpaste brands are built on ingredients dentists themselves wouldn't recommend? Today, we're breaking down 7 toothpaste brands you should think twice about, and 5 that actually deserve a spot in your bathroom cabinet. Let's start with the numbers, because this isn't speculation. The American Dental Association estimates that over 90% of Americans use toothpaste daily. Yet a 2021 study published in the Journal of Exposure Science found that certain whitening and foaming agents in mainstream formulas can trigger long-term irritation in soft tissue. The FDA has flagged several ingredients still legally allowed in oral care products, even after banning them from other categories like hand soap. That's not a coincidence. That's a regulatory gap millions of people walk straight into every single day. But that's only the beginning, because the real problem isn't just what's inside the tube. It's how those ingredients were normalized in the first place, decades before anyone thought to ask questions. Back in the 1990s, chemical companies discovered a compound called triclosan, an antibacterial agent that seemed like a miracle for fighting plaque. It got added to soaps, cutting boards, and yes, toothpaste. By 2016, the FDA officially banned triclosan from consumer soap, citing insufficient safety data and potential hormone disruption. But here's the twist almost nobody talks about: toothpaste was exempt. Some formulas kept using it for years afterward because oral care products fall under a different regulatory category entirely. That single loophole set the tone for how much of the toothpaste industry still operates today. And it brings us to our countdown. Number 7 on our list is Colgate Total. For years, this was the toothpaste doctors recommended most. But older formulations of Colgate Total contained triclosan long after public concern started mounting. Colgate has since reformulated many of its products, but critics argue the company was slow to respond to mounting evidence, prioritizing shelf stability over transparency. The lesson here isn't that the brand is evil. It's that trust in a name can outlast the safety of what's actually inside the box. What happened next surprised even industry insiders. Number 6 is Crest Pro Health. Many versions of this formula rely heavily on sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS, the same foaming agent found in shampoos and industrial detergents. Dental researchers at the University of Oslo found that SLS can strip the protective mucin layer in your mouth, increasing sensitivity and triggering canker sores in some users. It's not toxic in the way people fear online, but for anyone with sensitive gums, it can quietly make things worse while feeling like it's working harder. Number 5 is Aquafresh. This one surprises people because of its friendly, mini branding, but several Aquafresh formulas include artificial sweeteners like saccharin, a compound the National Toxicology Program once listed as a possible carcinogen before later removing it from that list after further review. The science today says occasional exposure is low risk. Still, dentists note that these ingredients offer zero oral health benefit. They exist purely for taste, not protection. Number 4 is Arm & Hammer's baking soda base lines. Ironically, the natural branding here is part of the problem. Excessive abrasiveness from baking soda formulas has been linked in dental studies to enamel wear over time, especially with aggressive brushing habits. What feels like a deep clean can actually be gradual erosion, invisible until sensitivity sets in years later. But that's still not the most concerning name on this list. Number 3 is Tom's of Maine. Despite its natural reputation, independent lab testing conducted by Consumer Reports in 2020 found trace levels of lead in several natural toothpaste brands, Tom's included, likely from the mineral-based abrasives used instead of synthetic ones. The levels were low, well under FDA guidance thresholds, but the discovery shattered the assumption that natural automatically means safer. Number 2 is Sensodyne's older whitening formulations. While Sensodyne built its name on treating sensitivity, some of its whitening variants combine hydrogen peroxide derivatives with high abrasion levels, which dental researchers say can actually undo the sensitivity relief the brand is famous for. It's a formula fighting itself, and number one, the brand generating the most controversy right now, is Colgate Optic White. Multiple third-party lab analyses have detected titanium dioxide in its whitening formula, a compound the European Food Safety Authority reclassified in 2021 as no longer considered safe as a food additive due to concerns about genotoxicity at high exposure levels. It's still legal in the United States for cosmetic and oral use, but the European reversal raised global questions the American market has been slow to answer. Stay with me, because the biggest revelation is still ahead. Here's what almost nobody realizes. The toothpaste industry isn't regulated the way most people assume. In the United States, toothpaste is classified as a cosmetic product unless it makes a specific therapeutic claim, like fighting cavities. That single classification means companies face far less scrutiny than pharmaceutical products, even though we put this substance directly into an opening that leads to our bloodstream through gum tissue every single day. Dr. Linda Greenwald, a leading cosmetic dentist and researcher, has publicly noted that many consumers overestimate how tightly oral care products are tested before hitting shelves. The FDA does maintain oversight, but the approval bar is dramatically lower than most people assume, especially compared to how rigorously we'd expect medication to be tested. This is the real reason so many trusted brands slipped controversial ingredients into daily use for decades without major backlash. Consumers assumed safety was guaranteed. Regulators assumed cosmetics didn't need the same scrutiny as medicine. And in that gap, questionable formulas quietly became bathroom staples in millions of American homes. But here's the hopeful part of this story, because not everything on the shelf deserves suspicion. Let's talk about the 5 brands that are actually doing this right. Starting with number 5. Hello Naturally Whitening Toothpaste has earned quiet respect from dental researchers for avoiding SLS, artificial dyes, and triclosan entirely, while still maintaining ADA-recognized fluoride levels for cavity protection. It proves you don't need harsh chemicals to get real results. Number 4 is Marvis, an Italian brand gaining traction with American dentists for its low abrasion formula and minimal ingredient list. Independent reviewers highlight its balance of effective cleaning without the aggressive foaming agents found in most mainstream competitors. Number 3 is Burt's Bees, whose formulas rely on natural abrasives at controlled, dentist-approved levels, avoiding the lead trace concerns found in some competing natural brands, according to more recent, updated lab testing. Number 2 is Crest Pro Health's reformulated advanced gum protection line, which removed triclosan entirely years ago and now uses stannous fluoride, a compound multiple clinical trials have shown reduces gum inflammation more effectively than standard sodium fluoride formulas. And the number 1 safest, most effective toothpaste according to combined dental research and consumer lab testing is Sensodyne Pronamel. Unlike its whitening cousin, Pronamel was specifically engineered with a low abrasion, pH-balanced formula that clinical studies show actively helps reharden enamel weakened by acid exposure, without the aggressive, whitening agents that undermine sensitivity relief elsewhere in the same brand family. So what does all of this actually mean for you, standing in front of your bathroom mirror tomorrow morning? It means the tube you've trusted for years might deserve a second look, not out of panic, but out of awareness. The truth is, most of these ingredients aren't going to cause immediate harm. This isn't a story about poison hiding in plain sight. It's a story about a regulatory system built decades ago, still governing a product we use twice a day, every day, for our entire lives. Small choices compound. A slightly lower abrasion formula today means less enamel wear in 20 years. A fluoride type backed by stronger clinical evidence means fewer dental bills down the road. And avoiding ingredients still under global regulatory debate means you're not waiting for American regulators to catch up to what other countries have already acted on. The next time you're standing in the toothpaste aisle, you won't just be looking at flavors and whitening promises. You'll be reading labels the way researchers do, understanding that natural doesn't always mean safer, and that brand trust built over decades doesn't guarantee ingredient safety today. That's the real takeaway here. Not fear, but informed control over something you do without thinking, twice a day, for the rest of your life. If this changed the way you'll look at your own bathroom cabinet, let us know in the comments which brand surprised you the most. And if you want more investigations like this one, breaking down the everyday products hiding in plain sight, make sure you're subscribed, because we're just getting started.